Right now, the governor's scientific advisors are meeting to discuss who will be next in line to get the vaccine. The CDC recommends the next group be people 75 and older and certain essential workers. Our ABC 10 News anchor Derek Stahl shows why one of the biggest questions involves when to vaccinate teachers.
Once we finish vaccinating frontline healthcare workers and people in nursing homes, it'll be on to phase 1B. The CDC says that group should include about 21 million Americans aged 75 and up and essential workers, about 30 million of them. That essential worker category includes a range of industries, from grocery store workers to police officers to teachers. But ultimately, it'll be up to states and local health departments to figure out how to order those industries.
Yeah, I feel like we're on a organ transplant committee deciding who gets the liver and gets to survive. It's a tough decision.
Dr. Christian Ramers is a member of San Diego County's Vaccine Advisory Group.
But we want to stick really to who has the highest risk of catching the disease because of the constant exposure that they have, and then who has the highest risk of dying of the disease. Those are really the two main driving principles that we're trying to balance.
A lot of states are struggling with when to vaccinate teachers. Nevada's preliminary plan is to put teachers and transit workers ahead of food and retail workers. Louisiana, on the other hand, plans to vaccinate prison guards and food processing workers before teachers. Toby Boyd is the president of the California Teachers Association.
And I really hate that idea that we are pitted against other essential workers because, as you just said, they're essential. So there's an important need for them.
There are several considerations at play. On one hand, there's agreement that kids are better off at school, educationally and emotionally.
In return, it's going to help economically because it's going to allow parents to go back into the workforce without worrying about their child.
But on the other hand, education can happen virtually, while jobs like policing, firefighting, and food processing cannot.
A school environment, you can basically control the environment with your policies, with changing your air conditioning system, with mandatory masking. Whereas somebody who's in a taco truck, that's the general public. And might be at higher risk when we actually get to those detailed discussions.
At a meeting last week, California's Vaccine Advisory Group said it would weigh factors like occupational exposure, risk of severe disease, inability to work at home, and economic necessity when figuring out the order for Phase 1B. The group is still deciding how teachers, food workers, and emergency service workers will stack up. Derek Stahl, ABC 10 News.
And the California Department of Public Health told ABC 10 News its focus remains on the distribution of the vaccine to people right now in Phase 1A. They tell us the framework of the next phase should be finalized here in the coming days.